What's going on, guys? This is James Allen. Today is Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. Earlier this morning, I saw a viewer remark in a comment section that I would like to share with you because I do believe many people are suffering from this delusion or coping mechanism, whatever it is. So I'll go ahead and read the comment. I believe it's from a viewer called Mig's Vision. So here we go. He says, I believe that the purpose of people locking up their ICP for 8 years was to have them commit to the token and not be flaky when prices go down, because in the end, the raw tech will prevail. We just have to be patient. This is a great time to accumulate. Hashtag diamond hands. Now this is delusional at its finest, right? This is delusion at its finest. And I even suspect this is a coping mechanism from the tragedy that's currently unfolding before our eyes. So there are two sides of the fence here with this 8-year approach, this 8-year lockup period that Definity push upon its investors. There's two sides of the fence. Let's go to the first side, the people's side, the regular Joe like me and you. We're locked up, right? You know how Akon had the song, I'm locked up, they won't let me out. Right? We're locked up, man. We can't get out. This is a prison. This is a prison, man. And if nobody's going to tell you the truth, well, I will. We're locked up. I'll use myself as an example, right? When I invested into Internet Computer, I had put $120,000 into the protocol, right? This is how I end up being an ICP whale. And where is that $120,000 now? It's at $44,000. It's worth $44,000. I lost more than 50% of my portfolio value. You don't think I wanted to get out before then? I was one of the first person to say we were going in the wrong direction since early mid last year. I was saying this is the wrong direction. You don't think I wanted to get out then? When I could have cashed out at $12 or even $8, right? I would have had $80,000 in my pocket. I would have lost $40,000. But look, it's now at $44,000. I put $120,000 of my own money into this, but I'm stuck. I can't get out, like Akon said. I'm locked up. They won't let me. I was just playing that earlier. I'm locked up, man. And I know a lot of you who put your hard-earned money into Internet Computer is also locked up just like I am, right? So don't come here in my comment section fronting like I'm not going to call you out. Stop being delusional. Now let's look at the other side of the fence, right? If the plebs, the people like me and you, we're locked up, we can't do anything about it. Can you imagine being stuck with a president for 8 years? And I have to take some accountability here. Because I'm big on being self-accountable, right? That is, I should have never locked up my money to 8 years to some strangers. Like, I barely knew the team when I did that. That was stupid. What the hell was I thinking? And I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking of the payoff. I was thinking of the high staking reward, right? Because the staking rewards were still juicy at the time, right? So I was thinking of the payout, and ICP looked like the sure thing. So I was like, you know what? Let's go all out. You guys saw this. I sold all my Cardano, got rid of them. Big mistake. Cardano's at 80 cents now. I had sold it for 50 cents. Sold it for 50 cents to buy ICP around $12, $13. And now ICP's at $4. Cardano's at 80 something cents. What a mistake. So I moved too quickly. I made the mistake of trusting strangers that I don't know in Switzerland and locked up my money for 8 years. I had no idea these guys didn't know what they didn't know what they were doing. I had no idea the team at Definity had no clue what they were doing. And I went and did that. So I'm guilty too. But let's look at the other side of the fence. If the plebs like you and I are locked up, we're stuck in this 8-year prison, right? What about the other side? What's happening on that side? Well, for Definity, they've destroyed their feedback loop, right? In a startup world, right, there's a known mechanism which we call build, measure, learn. It's a known mechanism for startups, and that's what Definity is. It's a startup. I know it's trying to act like it's Apple or Google. It's a startup, right? Perhaps an overfunded startup. They raised too much money, but like it's still a startup. We have a mechanism called build, measure, learn. And by having such long lockup periods, 8 years, Dfinity is destroying that feedback loop, right? Because if that 8-year lockup period wasn't there, the real price signal would have surfaced. The real price of the ICP token would have surfaced. And believe me when I tell you, it would have been way worse than $4, guys. It would have been way worse. But at least if the price tanked, Dfinity would have gotten the message. If people were able to vote with their feet, Dfinity would have gotten the message. But by locking people up for so long, 8 years, the feedback loop is destroyed. So there's no longer build, measure, learn. It's just build, build, build. Dfinity's just been shipping feature after feature after feature, all of them flopping. Now they're stuck with Caffeine AI and they don't know how to admit this defeat. They don't know how to take this L, right? Which is why they keep pushing back the date, right? They keep pushing back the Caffeine AI date because they don't know how to take this defeat. And I'm here watching them. I want to see how they're going to take this L. I'm going to be here. I'm not going nowhere. I want to see how Dfinity, what do they do to play this off? Because they've already shipped so many features, CKBTC, CKETH, CK Doge, Utopia. You know, who knows what the hell they've shipped outside of that. They've shipped so many things. I can't even remember. Caffeine AI is just the latest edition. And I should add a real stupid one. Because the whole idea of the self-writing internet for Web3, the whole idea is stupid from top to bottom. So I want to see how they take this loss. But that's where we're at. We're at a situation where the plebs like you and me are stuck. We're locked up in this prison for 8 years. And on the other side, there's no feedback loop telling them, hey, what you're doing isn't working. What you're doing isn't working. So we're stuck. But let's see who cracks. Time will determine. The truth always comes out. In any case, my misfits, that's all I have for you in this episode. You know what to do. Don't forget to press that like button and support me on Patreon. I will see you next time.